The father asks politely, "Sweetheart, have you finished your homework?" The daughter replies cheerfully, "Yes, Dad, I finished it. When will you be done with work?" Just then, an elderly woman walks by and accidentally drops some money. A security guard calls out loudly, "Ma'am!" The elderly woman looks inside her purse and says thankfully, "Oh yes, you're right, this is my money." As she's about to leave, she notices the jade pendant hanging around the security guard's neck and thinks silently, "This jade pendant looks exactly like the one my daughter's childhood sweetheart used to wear. Could this be the man my daughter has been searching for the past 18 years?" The security guard asks curiously, "Is something wrong?" The elderly woman replies calmly, "Oh, nothing." She walks a short distance away and calls her daughter. "Hello, sweetheart. I found the man you love, your childhood sweetheart from 18 years ago." Her daughter says surprisingly, What are you talking about? Where are you?" Her mother replies calmly, "I'm down at the park." The daughter says eagerly, "Okay, wait for me. I'm coming right now." Her mother says cautiously, "Sweetheart, wait a minute. I saw a little girl with him. It looks like he's married." The daughter pauses before saying emotionally, "Mom, there are things I've kept in my heart for a very long time. I need to tell him face to face. Otherwise, I'll regret it forever. Please stay there. I'll be there soon." A short time later, the daughter arrives and asks anxiously, "Where is he?" Her mother points and says calmly, "There he is." The daughter says thoughtfully, "Mom, there are some things in my office, right? Could you bring them to me?" Her mother replies agreeably, "Okay." Then she leaves. The daughter watches the security guard from a distance and thinks sadly, 18 years have passed. I finally found you. But now I'm no longer the only person in your life. Meanwhile, the little girl says impatiently, "Dad, what time is it? I'm hungry. I want to go home." The security guard checks the time on his phone and says gently, "Sweetheart, there's still 10 minutes left. Why don't you go get something to eat at the fast food restaurant across the street? I'll come get you in a little while." The little girl replies happily, "Okay, I'll go." After the girl leaves, the woman walks up behind the security guard and calls out softly, "Excuse me." The security guard turns around and says politely, "Ma'am, do you need any help?" The woman replies seriously, "I don't need any help. Have you forgotten me?" The security guard looks confused and says bewilderedly, "What?" Then he adds apologetically, "I'm sorry, ma'am. So many people come and go here every day that I can't remember everyone." The woman holds up a jade pendant and says firmly, "Look at this. Take a good look. You should remember now." The moment he sees it, Adam is flooded with memories. Sophia says excitedly, "Adam, you're here. I have some great news for you." Adam replies happily, "I have good news for you too." Sophia smiles and says curiously, "Really? You go first." Then she continues proudly, "I got accepted into a university overseas. This is my acceptance letter. Look, I'm going abroad to study." Adam says sadly, "Congratulations, but how many years will you be away?" Sophia replies reassuringly, "Adam, don't worry, I'll come back." Adam says seriously, "You have to come back." He takes her hand and says lovingly, "I have $30,000. It'll help you during your trip. Take care of yourself. When you get to the university, eat whatever you want. Don't make yourself suffer." Sophia says emotionally, "Adam, why do you do so much for me?" "Wait a second. I have something for you too. This is a protective jade pendant. My grandmother gave it to me. I have the matching one. One is for you and one is for me. It will keep you safe." Adam says sincerely, "Sophia, don't worry. Until you come back, I'll always keep this jade pendant with me." Sophia asks curiously, "By the way, what was the good news you wanted to tell me?" Just then, Adam's younger brother runs over and says urgently, Bro, come quick." Adam asks worriedly, "What is it?" His younger brother says excitedly, "This is $18,000 that the family saved for you. Take it and propose to your girlfriend." Adam smiles and says happily, "Propose? That's a great idea. I have $12,000 too. Let's make it an even $30,000. His younger brother says encouragingly, "Now, go see your girlfriend." Before Adam can say anything, Sophia says hurriedly, "I have to go. My taxi will be here soon." Adam says warmly, "Travel safely and be successful." Sophia replies tearfully, "Okay, I'm really leaving now." As she walks away, Adam calls out loudly, "You have to come back." Sophia cries and says emotionally, "I will come back." The memory ends. Adam stares at the pendant and says emotionally, "Are you really Sophia? Where have you been all these years? You've changed so much. That's why I couldn't find you." Sophia smiles and says warmly, "Yes, I'm Sophia. After graduating from college, I went back to the village to look for you. But the village elders told me you'd moved to the city for work. That's how we lost each other. But I've been searching for you for the last 10 years. Where have you been all this time?" Adam replies sadly, When you left for college, you didn't come back for 4 years. I thought you would return after graduation, but you never did. Then I heard you had settled in the city, so I moved there to look for you. I searched for your university in every place where I heard you might have worked, but I couldn't find you. I didn't want to give up, so I stayed in the city. I thought maybe one day I'd run into you. I found a job. You know, I wasn't very educated, so there weren't many opportunities for me. That's why I became a security guard. I figured I could work and keep looking for you at the same time, but that search lasted 18 years. Sophia says sadly, so that's what happened. Fate really kept us far apart. Then she asks curiously, is that little girl your daughter? She's adorable. She looks just like you. I never imagined that after 18 years, you'd be a father too. Adam quickly says nervously, no, don't misunderstand. She's my daughter, but not my biological daughter. Actually, before he can finish, someone shouts loudly from a distance, security, come over here and clean this up. Adam says apologetically, 1 minute, I'm coming. Then he leaves. A little later, the girl returns. Sophia smiles and asks kindly, hi there, sweetie, what's your name? The girl replies politely, my name is Julie David. Sophia asks curiously, why do you use a different last name instead of your father's? Julie says honestly, oh, you mean dad? He's not my biological father. Sophia looks surprised and asks gently, he's not your biological father, what do you mean? Sweetie, can you tell me what happened? Julie nods and says sadly, yes, a huge flood hit our hometown. Everyone in my family passed away. I was left all alone, crying and looking for my parents. Dad felt sorry for me. He took me in and raised me as his adopted daughter. At that moment, Adam returns and asks curiously, sweetheart, what are you and this lady talking about? Why do you look so happy? Sophia says seriously, Adam, actually, there's something I want to tell you. Just then, her mother arrives carrying several items and says warmly, sweetheart, these are the things you asked me to bring. Sophia replies calmly, okay. Her mother asks curiously, sweetheart, what's going on? Sophia says excitedly, Mom, I'll explain later. That little girl isn't his biological daughter. Adam looks at Sophia and says admiringly, I can't believe you've become such a successful businesswoman. Your husband must be very lucky. Sophia smiles and says meaningfully, yes, he really is. Then she looks directly into Adam's eyes and continues emotionally, I've been waiting for you all these years. You still have a place for me in your heart, don't you? Adam lowers his head and says sadly, but what difference does it make now? You're a successful and powerful woman, and I'm just an ordinary security guard. We can't go back to the past. We can't be together now. Sophia says anxiously, don't say that. You paid all of my college tuition. I could never forget that. If it weren't for your help, I wouldn't be where I am today. We were separated by fate for 18 years. I don't want to lose you again for the rest of my life. Sophia gently takes Adam's hand and says pleadingly, please, Adam, let's never be apart again. Let me stay by your side forever. Will you accept me? Adam's eyes fill with tears as he says emotionally, yes, I will. Sophia smiles happily and says joyfully, that's wonderful. Yeah, come on, let's go home. Adam smiles warmly and replies happily, okay, let's go home.